No! Dude. I'll show you what I just did. Hold on. I was walking up the stairs and I literally just went dead. That hurts so bad. It's so dumb. Okay, my dog is still barking. Noki. Noki! Stop! It's unnecessary. No one can even hear you. My goodness. So, the point to this video is going to be, dude, hey, stop. That man is allowed to go on a walk. We're gonna go on one later. How would you feel if other dogs were barking at you? That's what I'm saying. The point to this video is I'm just gonna talk about life in general, because I don't have anything interesting to do today, but I want to talk about it. So I'm cooking my breakfast right now, so when I'm done with that, because it's 12:51, I haven't eaten. Well, I had shake, like a banana protein shake before the gym, but I'm starving now. That was like 9 a.m. So I'll see you after the food, because I'm like not here. If you don't eat, you don't brain connection, you get it. Yeah. Oh, I gotta close that. No! I just wanted to like kind of put my thoughts out there, because there's a lot of YouTubers that I watch. If you know a guy named Joe Delaney, I'll put his channel thing right here. He's like a fitness YouTuber, but he's a cool guy, talks about a lot of cool stuff, and I like watching him, or listening to him I should say, talk about other stuff. Like I'll put a video on when I'm cooking my breakfast or something where I don't have to directly pay attention to it. And I feel like that's what these kind of videos where I'm just sitting here with you talking could be good for. But that was a false bell. We have bells set up on the door for Noki, so when she like walks over, she bumps her head into them, and that means she needs to go out. And she uses them very well. She knows that they mean that she will go outside if she rings them, so she does it when she just wants to go outside rather than when she needs to. So that's that. Anyway, so I don't know really where to start on this. I feel like there's a lot of people that I hear talk about, you know, I hear people at work and I heard people at school always say this kind of thing. They'd always talk about how they want to do something as if they can't do it. Now, there's some things that I want to do that I literally can't do right now. I'd love to be able to go buy a Porsche or a Ferrari and drive to California or something. Like, obviously that's not reasonable for what I'm capable of right now, but it's a good dream to have, number one. And number two, things that people think are out of reach are oftentimes not really out of reach. And as much as these people don't want to hear this, they're usually not willing to put the effort or work hard enough to get the things that they want. Because usually the things that they want aren't that unreasonable. They're just gonna have to work for them a little bit. For example, my goal right now, so I talked in the last video about how I'm not in school right now and I'm taking a year off and blah, 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 blah. That's one of those things that a lot of people they say they'd love to do it and they don't do it. You know, there's something that they're passionate about that they'd love to put more effort into and try to do that and not be going to school right now, but they're not doing it, and I don't know why. There's people, you know, at work, when I talk about traveling, they say, oh my gosh, I wish I could do that. And I know that these, like what I'm saying, like if you're thinking I'm gonna go, oh, well, just do it. I know that not everyone can do that. I understand that people have specific situations and you have full-time jobs, you can't take time off of it. With the situation that I was in and with the situation from the people that I hear this from, usually they just don't want it bad enough to do it, and people like to complain. The way that I look at life in general is, if there's something that I want, I'm gonna kind of analyze the situation a little bit, see how reasonable that is. For example, I would love to live in California. I can't live there right now. I don't have the money for that. and I'd love to do this for a living, you know, YouTube or some sort of a podcast, riding my bike, something entailing all of that. That's my dream. To do that, I have to work towards it. So making videos consistently, trying to get better with the videos themselves, editing, etc. And I'm gonna go visit California, obviously, when things settle back down. I think it'd be great if I could transfer. So my job at Trader Joe's, you can transfer from store to store temporarily. But if I could transfer from, say, the store I'm at right now in Wisconsin to a store in California and stay, you know, with family for a few months, that'd be amazing. And that would be pushing me closer to my goal. So that's one of those things where, you know, people might say that they want to do that and they don't. A lot of people at work say they want to go on trips, and there's a lot of ways that you can save money on trips. You know, if you get things as simple as like an earlier flight or a bundle deal or staying at Airbnbs, going with a friend, driving instead of flying. There's all those things that you can do. And like I said, I know there's things that hold people back sometimes, so I don't want to just go off and say, oh, anybody can do anything they want. I know that that's not the case. I'm not stupid. But
are you
look
sure
at
about
life
that?
like that, like you really see all the opportunities that you do have. It's a much better place than people like to make it out to be. I know that there's a lot of bad things that go on in the world. I know, especially right now, this is not a great situation that the world is in overall. But, you know, a lot of times, for example, when people come into work, like customers, and I ask them usually, how's it going? And they're like, all right, and how are you? And I always respond with good or great. And I give an honest answer. There's some days where I'm like, I'm fine, I'm really tired or whatever. But I give an honest answer, and usually I'm say good or great. And a lot of times they're, why, what makes it so great? I've gotten that question many times from people. And I just tell them, there's so much that you could be happy about in the world when you really take into perspective what you have versus what a lot of people don't have. You know, if you just look online, look at any story of someone, like any bad news that's going on, you will feel a whole lot better about yourself. Just saw a guy, my dad was telling me about this, and I saw it online the other day. Dude he's like some sort of a veteran. He's missing basically all the stuff on this half of his body. So he has no eye, no arm, literally a wooden leg, and he does a kickflip on a skateboard. Now I guarantee there's someone out there right now in a nice house with a lot of money and a brand new skateboard with perfectly functioning body complaining about how they can't kickflip. And it's really like, if they see that video and they don't feel better about how hard their kickflips are at the time, then I don't know what to tell you, because that should be something that just really puts into perspective what you have to worry about in life. You know, when I start worrying about certain things on Instagram or whatever, and then I feel like I see someone out in public, that makes me just so much more thankful for what I do have. And it's kind of little things like that that I think make me stay happy all the time. And I think life shouldn't be as serious as a lot of people make it. And that's the other thing that kind of translates to what I'm talking about when it comes to doing what you want to do. To our knowledge, that you only have one life. So I'm not saying that you don't have some sort of an afterlife or you don't get reincarnated, whatever. I don't know what that was. I have no proof for any of that. So to my knowledge, this is my one chance. Why wouldn't I make it the best that I possibly can? To me, because I don't think there's anyone out there who's like, I love my 9-to-5 office job. I love sitting at this desk all just typing. No, I don't think there's anyone out there that enjoys that. Sure, there's probably surgeons out there who love what they do and they love, they get a feeling of success from doing what they do, and that's great because we need those people. If every single person in the world decided that they just wanted to travel and be a YouTuber for a living, it would not work out. But you need to do what you want to do, because if you don't, who are you really doing it for? Whose life do you want to live? That's kind of the conclusion that I came to, a month or two ago when I decided, why am I continuing to do school with this situation that I'm in, with all that's going on, with how classes are going to be. Why am I doing it if it's not what I want to do? Like, shouldn't I be living my life? So it's one of those things, you have to take your life into your own hands and just evaluate what you want and how you can get what you want out of life. Because maybe you want to travel and do all those things like I do, but obviously right now is not the best time to travel. So you do little things, you go on little adventures in your neighborhood, you go explore a park that you've never been to. Do little things that kind of fill that desire until you can really accomplish them. You'll just be such a happier person when you start living life for you, and that translates into so many little things throughout life. With the clothes that you wear, with how you talk, with the people that you hang out with, how your hair looks, all of that. That all falls into the category of living your life. When I bleached my hair, I wanted to bleach my hair. I did it. Came to school the next day, everyone looked at me like I was crazy. People were like, what did you do to your hair? Oh my God, I can't believe you did this. This is insane. And I was like, I wanted to do it. And it didn't even matter. It didn't change a single thing in my life. So why wouldn't I try that? If there's clothes that you want to wear that you think look cool, wear them. Like, do it. Because there's no one. If someone says something crappy, what does it matter? That just is because I can guarantee you, if you're wearing an outfit that you think is sick and you're confident in it, and someone says something crappy about it to you, that's 100% because they're like mad at themselves that they wouldn't be able to pull it off, that they didn't have the confidence to wear that outfit. So do it. Do what makes you happy. I'm not saying to go out and like kill people, because don't do that if that's what you think makes you happy. But do things within reason until you can accomplish your dreams, because you will be such a happier person. So for me personally, I'm a very routine-oriented person. So at work, at Trader Joe's, I work morning and mid shifts because I don't stay up late to work. It's like doesn't really fit my schedule very well. I like having a routine. Some people are very sporadic. They don't need a routine. I like having somewhat of a routine. So I go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. I do spin classes, like cycling classes, 2-ish times a week. Ride my BMX bike 2 or 3 times a week. Wake up pretty early almost every day. I like to cook. I like, being creative with cooking and with my videos. Those are the things that I like to do, so I incorporate them into my life on a daily basis, and those are the things that are important to me. So make sure with your life you keep what's important to you in your routine. I'm not saying that you have to have a set thing like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make art 3 times a week and I'm gonna make sure I eat this food twice. No, you don't need to do that. But to me, it all comes down to making yourself happy. So do the things that make you happy, because really, I know people are gonna have an argument no matter what someone says, but what's the point to life if you aren't happy? Really, if you're living your life and you're unhappy for your whole life, what's the point? It doesn't matter. Say you are, focused on making money. Once you get $1 billion in your bank account, if you're not happy, what was the point? You could buy all the cars you want, all the houses, you could get all the girls or all the guys that you want. If it's not making you happy, then really what's the point of doing it? Now, that doesn't mean to say that you shouldn't go to work at all because, it doesn't make me happy, I'm not gonna go. No. It's leading you. I don't know if you guys have ever watched any Gary Vee stuff. Put his Instagram right here so you can check it out. But he does a lot of stuff like that, talking to people who work minimum wage jobs and how they hate it, but they want to do this. And he's like, if that's getting you there though, then that's how you need to look at it, because then it will start to make you happy. Because you're not going to be happy all the time. It's not going to happen. You're a human. There's going to be bad shit that happens that's going to bum you out. It's how the world is, unfortunately. But what you can do Just try to do things that make you happy and try to look towards your goal and do things that do things that work toward that goal. You know, so if you want, I'm gonna use myself as an example again because it's easy enough for me and you guys can connect it to your own life. I want to live in California, be a YouTuber, ride my bike, all that. So the thing that would make the most sense is just making videos, practicing on my bike, putting myself out there for people to see, traveling to California when I can, working my job at Trader Joe's to make money to make those things happen. Of course, every time I go to work, I'm not like, oh yeah, this is it. This is me. I'm making money. I'm going to this is me doing my thing. No, it's not how it is. Of course not. Like that would be way too easy if that's how it worked. But you do need to think of it that it's working toward a goal. You know, my dad, for example, his work has been pretty tough lately. It's just been super busy. He's been working long hours. But he wants the new Bronco that's coming out next year. He wants that 2021 Bronco. It's not a super cheap car, so he's saving up. So when he has a long day at work, he's like, well, that's just more money towards that Bronco. It's a great way to look at it. You won't be bummed out. You won't think that it's just for nothing. It's not just means to an end. No. So that's how I look at life overall, and I stay positive and happy, because a lot of people ask me that. On a serious note, they do ask me, you know, how do you stay positive? How do you stay happy and all that? And that's really all I do. It's nothing complicated. You just kind of gotta do things to make yourself happy. Realize that you're in control of your life. You can change anything you want to. It's actually unbelievable how much you're able to accomplish once you put your mind to it and put a lot of effort into it. So just remember that. Yeah. Brought to you. Come on. By Coca-Cola. Just kidding. I wish that Coke. Hit me up. Sponsor your boy. I put a Coke sticker like right across my helmet. That'd be pretty sick. I'm gonna flip it. You ready? If it lands, I'm gonna show you. It didn't land. I'm gonna get it. Cooking with Jake, round 2. Could happen. It could happen. Maybe even tomorrow, actually. Yes, that's what I'll do. So tomorrow I'm gonna make a meal and talk to you guys. Okay, so I'm not gonna have rest of this video. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it and you feel better now. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. So have a great day. See you later.